So Purnima, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me do all the process again. So as a business analyst, okay. So here I work for this company right here, Blue Cross Blue Shield, right? So someday in the future, very near future, you're gonna be working in one of these companies too as a business analyst. So first thing said is like you have to communicate a lot, and you have to your key responsibility, your key deliverable, your key duty, or whatever you have to do is the BRD, business requirement document. So all the information right now, I'm giving you information, right? I'm talking to you, but it's in the form of sentences, right? It's in the form of verbal communication. So you are imagining something. Let's say and data. Then in your doing something, okay, this is going from there. Whatever in your mind, and I provide to you to be able to put that in the picture as this analyst, that some third who's going to come can and he can easily know, oh, okay, so this is the starting point, this is the middle point, and this is the end. For that we write the document, we MS Word, but something inside the MS Word which is
Can I time and
not. Take your time, no problem, feel free.
Hello? Purnima?
Hey Arjun, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Purnima, can you hear us?
No, she might be on the call. She said 5 minutes, right?
Oh, 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. I thought just. So, Neeraj, how's your project?
Everything's great. I'm liking it, it's going great.
That's good. That's really good. That's good.
Yeah.
How many project you are working right now? On one or how many?
So, Arjun, the thing is like I work as a business analyst and also the data analyst, right? So right there is two roles combined.
Okay. Okay.
And also I work in the scoping of the project. That means I like estimate the hours that we're gonna use in the project and stuff like that. So I'll show you here.
Hmm.
These are the number of projects, man, from here to all the way down here. So there's a long list.
Oh
I
my
keep
god.
working and
Wow.
yeah. So yeah.
More than 20, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but I don't work all of them at the same time.
Okay.
But like for example, I have a huge responsibility. So
Right, right.
see, people, this is my project. In your Tracy, I set up a meeting. I'll make sure you're included tomorrow. So
Hmm.
this happened today.
Okay, okay.
So this like this Arjun. This is the project
Hmm.
name,
Oh.
fraud, waste, and abuse. So this is what I have estimated, how many hours that we'll work on this project. So team leader is going to work 5 hours, and there is a different department, Mega, the team leader from that side will work 24 hours. Developer will have 130 hours. So
Hi, I'm sorry I was on
Okay.
call. Sorry for this inconvenience.
That's okay. Yeah.
okay.
Let's try to avoid the calls during the class. Just wanted to make sure this.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. All right. All right, Neeraj. Sorry,
Yeah, sure.
later we'll talk about it. All right, carry on, please. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So, Purnima, I was saying like heart of your important part of your business requirement document is going
Yes.
to be the diagram where you can visually communicate whatever information you have. So, in your organization, a lot of organizations they use a Microsoft Visio diagram. So you have to be able to draw something there. So I'll show you. So this is, and let's use this diagram and let's recap all the information that we have talked in the past 2 days. So these are the templates that you can use. It says right here, basic flow chart or cross-functional, and depending on your requirement, what kind of diagram you're looking for, you can choose. You can start. Ever used Visio before?
I am not.
Ever looked at a diagram?
No.
Okay, so it's a very good learn today. So it's nothing. It's Microsoft product. You can see the name here, Microsoft Visio. Okay.
Okay.
So just relax your mind. Me also, like whenever I started a long time back, whenever people used to give me these technical names for technical like application, I used to be nervous. That nervous you just relax, teach you something that never used, so it's not a problem. Okay, just let be relaxed and let it be ready to something new. So Visio is nothing but making diagrams, make it easier to make it more visual. So out of all these templates, I'm going to use this one, organizational chart, today, just for your example. So I double click this. So this is your clean paper, like clean book that you're. Okay. So here on the right left hand side are some of the options that you can choose. This is your working area, okay, in the Visio. And if you look at this area up here, doesn't it look just same like you use Microsoft Word and your usual applications, right? It's the same.
Mm-hmm.
So today I'm gonna tell you how a corporate world works, okay?
Sure.
So you have if you want to write a text, you go to a text here, click text. If you want to point a tool, just point a tool. So should I continue, or you got something?
Yes, yes, please.
Oh, okay. So there's a text. I click the text. I double clicked here.
I guess we are also having Devi on the call.
Devi?
Yeah, Devi, are you there? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I would say
This is a new blank document, right?
it is totally new.
Okay.
It's totally new. Or you know what? I'll just close it and just do it from the beginning because I want you to understand the process. So we just go to the like whatever usually you run in your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And use this Microsoft Visio. I have this application here, just like the Microsoft Office Excel, Microsoft Office Word. Those are some of the very basic applications. So Visio might not be available to everyone in the company. So these are for the people who like exclusively have to work with the diagrams and all. So you as a business analyst must be able to work with this. Okay. So that's why I wanted to bring you here. So let me go to the template. I just chose one basic template, okay? So these are on the left, these are some of the shapes that you're gonna use. So let's not worry about the shape. I'll give you the meaning of the shape later. But so let's say this is for Bank of America, since that is your favorite corporation. Okay. So this is gonna be your let's say head of department, okay, or manager or whatever you call. It's gonna be this guy here is a CEO. So all these people, Purnima, they are the one who is running the Bank of America Corporation, okay? So they have other people, so they make a decision, some kind of decision here. So the projects approval or reject. So they are the key people, so they have this, okay? So you have to make this kind of document, okay? So you connect this to here. Let's say this to here. So one thing, Purnima, so verbally I told you, okay, the CEO, head of department, manager, president are the ones who take the business decisions. Okay, I said that in English sentence, right, Purnima? And you're there. Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. I muted myself.
Oh, no problem, not a problem. So I said those are the people who make the key decisions in an organization. But that is just a one sentence. But see how I put that in the diagram here? So the new person who's gonna have to get the same information that I just gave you. So he'll just look at this diagram and he'll say, okay, this guy works with this guy works with this guy works with this, and all together, everybody together have a some kind of contribution in making the projects approved or reject them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the diagrams that you should be able to make out of the requirement that you get from different people. So I'm teaching you the video diagram right now, how to make, how to like how the arrows go each other here and there. But I'm also teaching you how the structure of the company is, how the people are there. Whenever you go there, what to expect. So is the project here. So let's go put one more department here. So here's going to be your project manager. Okay, so project manager will have business analyst. Let's say
This
yes, go ahead. So you should be able to make this kind of diagram to show what you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So here it might look very easy to you, but what happens is like you have to be very careful in making these errors connect. Okay, so what I'm saying here is like the data, and you see I did something different here. So the project manager arrow is coming towards the business analyst, is going toward the QA, but from Java developer it's going towards the project manager. It's not coming downwards from project manager to developer, but it's going towards the project manager. So each and everything has a meaning, Purnima. So you cannot just give the arrow. If I'm an experienced IT guy and I look at this document, then I'm going to assume that the information is flowing from project manager to the QA. Okay, the information is flowing from the project manager to the BA, but the Java developer provides the information to the project manager. That is what the arrow is telling me right now. So it is not correct. So this little that is the correct arrow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these little things you have to be very, very specific, because this document, this diagram is going to be used by your team members, who is going to be your data analyst, who is your developer, who is your QA, and there might be these folks, all the top 4 here, executives, you know, they might come and look at your document because you're creating the document. So analyst, you are creating the document here. Your document is PRD. Your document is another document is FRD. So you are responsible for this kind of documents, okay? So do you remember what we talked about in the first day? And Purnima, I believe in democracy, so let me know if this class is like really helping you, or the speed of the class is something that you are enjoying. If I have to slow down,
Yeah,
or if I have to, if I have to
sure,
speed up. So in the first day, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine. I think I can catch in this pace. I mean, it's fine.
Okay, great. So in the first day, I taught you how you work with the subject matter expert, how you have your project manager, right? So I'm showing you the flow. These are the project manager. So all these people combined, this guy right here, this guy here, and this guy right here, are your subject matter expert, who are expert in their fields, in their subjects. For a QA subject, this guy, whoever works here, is his expertise in his own field, right? So Java developer, he will give you all the information about Java. So these are the people that you have to have meetings with. Or sometimes your project manager is the people. Sometimes this guy might have information, this guy might have information, or there might be totally like different department that you might be able to talk to. This might be like the accounting department. You work with different, like yours is HR, right? So there might be a HR department. If I have to quote something saying that I want the employees that the company hired from January between March. So that kind of data, right? So I have to talk to somebody from the HR department, isn't it? So I have to set up a meeting to talk to that person. So for you, example, he is one of the key stakeholders for you to produce your BRD.
Okay.
Talking to all these people, you're creating that document. So since I'm using the company's laptop today, this is a very good chance for me to show you something that I really worked on today, a visual diagram. This is very practical, this is very real. It is not something I made up. It's something that I have to present to my director level people today in my work, because I told them, in my project I also have a responsibility of leading a team of my own, So whenever a project comes to us, so the project here is approved and it comes down to project manager, and project manager tells me that, hey, this is the project we are approved. Can you please look at it and just estimate how big project or how small project this is, and how many hours we're going to be working on this project, how many hours this guy will need, how many hours this guy will need. So I do that kind of responsibility too in my organization, okay? So I give them 180 hours that we're going to work for a project. I gave that estimate 2 weeks ago, okay? Then a requirement changed. The requirement changed from the top head. They said, no, that is the work, but also can you also please add this extra work in there? So they added some extra requirement there. So extra requirements means there is like extra work. Extra work means there have to be extra hours for us to build for that project. Right, Purnima?
Yep.
So I gave them extra hours. So the new hours I requested them were 391 hours. The previous hours were 171 hours. So my
One
top
more.
level.
I'm just interrupting, Neeraj. This
Okay.
hours, who decide? The business analyst is going to decide, or who is?
It might it might not be your responsibility, but some companies, they have their own job description, right? So it is a good thing if somebody tells you, Purnima, can you please decide the hour, then it is a bigger responsibility. They are trusting you, making bigger decisions. So I'm giving you a real example. So they said, why so many difference in the workload, So I had to provide to them something in visual. So I made this diagram today. I'll show you. See, this is the diagram I made and I presented to my seniors. I could say all this information by sentences, just like I'm talking to you. But I feel that this kind of diagrams, it really helps all. So all of our data that is stored in the enterprise data warehouse, which is in the shortcut called EDW. Okay, so this is like enterprise data warehouse. In short, is called EDW. So every information that the Blue Cross Blue Shield has today is stored in this area. Okay. So from here, from this data warehouse, we have the green part is with the green means, okay. So the green, this is a one file, third file, fifth file is going this extract. You don't have to know what is a suite, what is a file right now, but I'm just teaching you the process how to come up with a visual diagram. Visual diagram is a very important part of your BRD, something that you will put into your BRD. Okay, so we are just taking one part out of BRD and trying to go into depth today. So you know how the process I'm showing here, and I told my seniors, like, hey guys, listen. I said our work is easier because we just had to send these files 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 files to this guy. This is a client for us, the AFS. We had to send these 6 files to AFS. Okay, where did it go? So file, okay, but instead of that, now that we have to do some kind of filter. So maybe you have 20 different people in the member file, right? So you have to, they said they don't want the whole 20 people. You have to do some kind of coding and you have to filter. You only need the member who are staying in North Carolina, or like you are from Minnesota. They're saying, like, I don't want all the members in the United States. I only want the member who are currently living in Minnesota state, right? So I gave these visual diagrams here saying, like I'm saying, I put an arrow here. I said filter SAS employee group code. Okay, first I take all the members. I take all the members we have in our data warehouse. Okay. Here, all the members, sorry, and I go down and I'm giving one more step here. I'm saying, oh, I have to filter this employee group. I don't need these people, so I have to filter and remove them. So I'm giving this. You see the box here in the left, just highlighted. It's a decision. That is the decision box.
Okay.
Right. So here you have to decide which one to filter out. So after filtering, then only you get the extract or file, we call it. So extract is also called file. So after filtering, you get the actual file that you need, okay, then you send it out to this new guy. So did you get the point of using a visual diagram?
Yes.
Here, let's focus on this part again. If I have to summarize this diagram in words, I would say, Purnima, from our EDW, we are sending 6 files to AFS extract suite. Done. No more information. 6 files in EDW extract suite. It's one sentence. But you as a business analyst, if you make this kind of document, then even for me, from outside people, even for Arjun right now on the call, he will look at this diagram, he will say, oh, okay, this is coming from here, and all these are different things, and they are going to this guy. Because see, after this blue, there is no more connection, right? This is the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This is the end. Here, this guy is joining here down, but this blue guy is not joining to anyone because that is the end. It started from here, the process. Okay, it went here or somewhere, but eventually it ends here. That is what your diagram should do.
Mm-hmm.
It has to explain the process into visual.
I'm not clear with this.
Okay.
Could you tell me once again? It's starting
Okay.
with EDW, then there are a lot of members are there. Member, medical, MSc.
Let's make it, let's make it more like be working together on a new one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I'd say you have to go to Walmart and bring five items of like dairy products, like milk products. Okay, so you have to bring 2 items of meat product if you're not vegetarian. What would be the process? So your first process, your first process would be you start from home.
Yeah.
Okay. Then your second process is you
going to the shop.
Going to the car. Yes, that is the right answer. Who got the answer?
Rahul, my husband.
See, that's true. That going to the car. You cannot just go to the Walmart, right? Or you have to walk, maybe. So this is the points that as a business analyst you have to be careful in small detail. Maybe you don't have the luxury of saying that, oh, okay, it's easy. It's this one sentence. We have to get the grocery from the Walmart. It's done. It can be easy for the Java developer because he will be the one nagging you for the requirement. It will be easy for the quality analyst people because he will be the one nagging you for the requirement. But you are the person who have to break down that one sentence into 10 different sentences. You know, you have to dig in. So you're saying, okay, so for that you can say you have to decide, are you going to walk or are you going to drive? Okay. So sub-process. Okay, you're going to drive. Then you go, I'll make it easier and short. Then you go to Walmart. Okay. Then you have dairy products. And we have meat items. So don't be like overwhelmed with all these new diagrams. After you start working in the company, and you learn this, first everything you have to know the basic, right? Why you are doing this? What is the purpose of this diagram? If you know that, then you can use it any ways you can. You know, to break the rule, you have to know the rule, they say, right, all the time. So to work with the Visio before, forget about all these fancy functions, okay? I don't even use them most of the time. So because I know what the Visio is used for, so I just try to make it as much as simple, as much as detailed for all the people to use. So see, you as a business analyst, I just the grocery store get the grocery products, but one sentence will give you so many diagrams, the flow of diagram. So for here, from home, then you're going to be putting a connector here, then here. Okay. Does that make sense now?
Yep.
Hello. Hello.
So it's not showing that after the product, it's not showing the next process, what is the product they're buying and how they're making the payment before going to the
That is a very good point. That is a very good point. That is the skill you need as a business analyst to ask like the uncovered answer that other people haven't thought about asking, because that is your job to ask questions, right? But I'm saying that forget about what products we buy and how we pay. In this diagram right here, there is some kind of mistake in the arrow that I have used, and I want you to tell me like what is the error. Which arrow is not proper here?
This particular error is not proper, but from Walmart, when it is going to the dairy product, it's showing the up arrows. It's
True.
not the
True. So say you're learning. So you're not bringing meat items, right? Taking this item to here, you're taking from Walmart to bring it to home, right? So it has to be this flow. So if I had done like this, and the IT professional, they can question you, because I don't have the time to attend all the meetings that you attend, right? I don't talk to all the 10 different people that you talk to as a business analyst. My basis of work is fully dependent on every document that you provide, like the visual diagram you put together. I'll just look at it, and that is my source of knowledge. That will be my source to work on. So if I look at this diagram, I'm saying from Walmart I get the dairy product, but meat items I should take back to Walmart, but it doesn't give me any information from where should I get the meat items to take it back to Walmart. So it looks very easy, but you have to be very detailedly, very careful, very careful.
Right.
Once you do it for 1 time, 2 times, visual diagrams, then you just get it, Then don't be nervous. When I say it is you have to be careful, you become careful for 1 project, 2 projects, and then it becomes your habit. You look for this kind of things immediately. So, okay.
Got it.
Okay. So what are the other things you want to learn today? I'm thinking.
Visio diagram, and I guess
just a second. So anyways, this was the VJ diagram, right? So you know what we were trying to do here. That's why we had to question when I showed you this one right here, because you don't know anything about this, what we're doing. You know the fact that this guy. Now, can you use the same kind of understanding you had in the other diagram, and you can at least say that, okay, this guy starts from here, then it comes down here, from here it goes these are the process, right? And it stops here. Okay?
right.
It stops in the blue. So where is the next process? So see, this is also blue, and there is no more other connector anywhere on the left, on the right, on the bottom. There is no more ongoing connector.
This is the end of the documents, I guess.
This is the end of the process, we call it.
Okay.
There is no more work after this.
Okay.
Okay. So this was this. It goes and it being delivered here. Okay, done. But guy, this profile to be delivered to here. See how many steps it had.
Mm-hmm.
1 step. Provided specialty file was there, then it came down. It said create specialty extract by renaming. So it's saying before you send that file to this guy, you have to rename the file. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You rename the file, you put it in the MFT, and this MFT will send it here. That is the very basic. You don't have to know what is provided specialty. You don't have to know what is MFT. You as a kid, like a new kid or something, like looking at a diagram like a cartoon or something, you just know, okay, this guy is coming from up there, up here, and something is happening here, and then it puts in this dark blue, and from dark blue it goes into light blue. Can your Visio do something like that?
Okay.
Okay, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
Neeraj, can I get any study materials on this particular thing?
Yes, I can. The Visio diagrams is usually, I don't know if you have Visio in it. This is like the Microsoft application. So,
okay.
So I'm not sure. You might have it in your computer, but this is Microsoft Visio. So, yeah.
I don't have. I think I have to download it.
Yeah, maybe you can do a trial, the trial version, and you can practice as much as you can. And I'll give you the scenarios. I'll tell you, okay, like you are introducing, you said your favorite corporation is Bank of America. I'll say Bank of America is launching a new debit card, right? And how a consumer is going to be able to use that debit card. So you have to say, like, tell all the process that he's gonna go to the ATM, he's gonna put in his card, and what are the design? Are you gonna ask him for the PIN number first, or are you gonna ask him, is this a debit card or a credit card? So those are the design questions that you as a business analyst will do. So I'll give you those scenarios, right? I'll tell you, okay, Purnima, we are doing this. I'll give you a paragraph, and then you should be able to put that in the video, and we'll sit down together and we'll look at what went wrong where, which part needs to be improved or corrected.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me see. This is my work computer. So you might have a good chance if I have something saved in the folders here. And I wanted to show you what a BRD looks like. Okay, this here is one the BRD. BRD is the 20-page document. Microsoft Visio is one page out of that 20 pages. Okay, Purnima, did you get that?
Yeah.
So BRD, Business Requirement Document, is your very essential document. Inside that business requirement document, this kind of Visio diagram is just like one page or max 2 pages if the project is too big. Okay.
So this business requirement document, what exactly we are going to note down? I mean, is there any format that this kind of business requirement document you just need to fill up? I mean, you just need to ask this many questions, or is there something is there?
No, there is no formula for asking that question. Will depend on the type of the project, right? So yeah, so there are no like specific questions that you should ask. Yeah, there are specific questions. If you say that what is that this delivered, you know, I said implementation or release or completion. When you start a project today, you should know when it should become due date. You go to class, do your homework, and you also see the date. Right? You should bring it tomorrow, or you should do it by day. That's a deadline, right? The business analyst should know. You should ask those questions. So yeah, those questions apply to projects, not what kind of project it is. But the question detail, what we should do, how we should do, where we should do, you know, those are like depending on the type of the project that you do.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a very good thing. I think I have a document here. So this is something I asked this guy to make sometime before 2 or 3 days. So this is here you can see 13-page document. Okay. Here he is writing, the document is called Impact Assessment Document. Let me see if I have any business requirement document, so that will give you more idea about what to do. Actually, you know what? This is a very good document that one of my other business wrote. Okay. So there is a girl that she works from Canada as a business analyst, and she comes here in North Carolina every 2 weeks, you know. So she was a fresher. She told me she graduated from Canada and got the job as a business analyst. And she started working with me. I was a senior, and I used to be her mentor, my project manager. Not project manager, my department manager asked me to help her in writing all these documents and, you know, like making her more stronger as a resource. We had to train her, but the training didn't mean like I spent the time with her. She spent the time with me and learned like whatever documents I was writing, and I was mentoring her. Okay, so this template is already going to be there. You're not going to create something new. The template means like this, the fonts, what to write here. The only thing that you change is here is your name or something. Maybe your project name is 1234 health, your human resource, right? Human resource planning. So this is the project number. So human resource, they might have a code like, this is nothing but the code that because Bank of America has like 100 different projects, right? Pretty much like as a corporate world, it has 100 different projects. So just like in class, there are like 20 different students. Just like in the class, there are 20 different students, and the teacher cannot, you know, identify everyone with the name. So that's why in the schools in India or there in those parts of the world, we have the roll number, right? Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. We give a name. We have a, like here also, you go to a corporate security number. So just the identity, a lot of projects, the name of the product, okay? So some kind of not that the company has identified this is the product. Maybe for this department they have some codes or, you know, or 2, 3 project, okay? So information management, maybe you have your own resource. And here you write only. So this is the first time you're writing a document. So then you can, to you use 0.1, just say 1 or 1. Just like you're starting, or say version, anything that you want to write, you know. So let's say 1.1. So this is the first screen. So see the revision history I told you yesterday. Hello, Purnima?
Yes.
So
what did you, sorry, say again please?
Yeah, revision history, I told you yesterday, revision history.
Yes.
So see this lady, she said she created the document on this date.
Okay.
Right? Again, and 0.1 version. That's why there was a version here. The version is nothing but it will help you keep a track of your document, something that you change every day. So 1.1, that is your starting version. Okay? So in the you're gonna write 1.1 document. Okay? So something later you're gonna update to, and okay, on this she created the document on April 6th. She said update to administrative information project overview scope assumptions. So you see up that field, and what it had in the section. The section means you see these numbers here. Number one, administrative information. 1.1 is revision history. 1.2 is dump. So that means this if it says 1.1 section affected, then we know where to find the effect, like what kind of changes, what kind of effect the changes had. But it says affected section all. That means this whole document has effect update, which is not a big deal. We can always say all, you know. So this is myself here. Okay. So this is the sign up. Approves the business requirement document will be used for solution design. Okay, these are the key people that will approve or reject your work. If they reject, if they won't have their date here, if they approve, let's say, what is the date today? 15th, right? If I approve this document today, I'll just go and write, okay, on this date, I put my like date there. That means I approved it today. Here it says, the approvers below are stating that upon signing, the signatory has authority to approve the impact assessment document. She has read, understands, and approved the contents of the entire document. So anything goes wrong, anything you write wrong in this document, and these guys sign, that means some problem comes in the future, then you're not the only one who is going to with you. All these guys will work together to correct that mistake. Correct that. This is not like you're going to be blamed because you wrote the document, but these guys also help you, saying that, okay, Purnima, this document looks good. This is what we have told you so far. Okay, that is how it works in the corporate world. See the project overview. Got it? The project overview. I told you, like, this is what the project is trying to do. One paragraph, one page, how as long as you want to write it. That is the format. What is the business trying to do from this? What is the objectives the business is trying to get doing this project? Why do we want to do this project? It's a file transfer to support this tool, the subscriber email address they have to update, those kind of things, you know. Sorry. And the reference document section provide the reference to all the documents that were utilized to arrive at this document. So this everything is a document, but to write this document, you might have taken a look at some other kinds of documents too, right? There might be a separate file that you looked at and you got help. Like, you know, a student has to write a paper on something, then he goes to Google and he goes to some websites, right, Purnima?
Right.
He goes to www.wikipedia.com, then that is their source of information, right? So I'll go here and I'll write, I looked at this www.wikipedia.com, and there's no version for that. So I'll say, how can you go to that? If anyone wants to go to here, what is the link? So I can provide the location for that document here. You know, that is the location. So all the supporting documents, all the documents that supported you to write this document has to be listed here so that people can also look at those documents that you looked whenever you wrote this document, whatever sources you used for which helped you to write this document, okay? So see, this in scope I told yesterday, and now I'm showing you more visually. So the scope item number 2, and she's saying the host increased provider by existing, okay, But you're saying that, and you also come down here and you say that in more detail. You said this management team will be responsible for file transfer to support this tool. Here you are saying in very overview, and same thing you are like trying to break it down. Okay. Scope, same scope item, different scope, and you just explain what needs to be done. So out of scope, like something you are not doing now, but do in the future, you're not sure. There was before, but you don't have to work. So the following project to manage. So to generate the ID cards, is not what we not gonna do this. These are out scope. So this is the diagram. See that visual diagram that I told you, right? So I'll take this diagram, everything here, and here, below here. I'll just copy and paste it so that I can see what is happening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do the same thing, like what is happening now, current state, and what is gonna happen in future state. So here, everything in the green is the current state for me today. When I was explaining, see here is the current process. So you can copy paste this, and you can put it here under current state. And for the future state, this is the diagram that you have to copy paste. So as much detail you want, so I can put it here as future state.
Okay.
So there are some. So these are all like a template. You're not going to write this. This is already there. All you have to do is fill in here. This part is what you want to fill according to you. This is the part you're gonna fill, okay? Because this is most of the time this is the template. This is the template from this company. You see the name here. This is the company. This is the template already. You don't have to do anything new. So you also, if the project manager or the people who are more senior than you, they will tell you some kind of risk that might happen if the project in the project that you are working on. Here, I remember I told this exact point to the business analyst that I was working, and she wrote it here. I said the ID we had today was not 100% accurate. So if it's not accurate, then there might be some problem later on, right? Somebody might have the wrong kind of data. So we knew that it might happen. So it's better to say that now rather than if that happens in the future and they'll say, Purnima, like why didn't you let us know that it might happen? You didn't know at that time. You may not know. You may not know. You said, okay, I didn't know. Nobody told me. Nobody raised a concern at that time. But if you know, then you can always put it as a risk. This might be the risk, okay? I mean, you said snowing and you have Walmart. It's your project. Go to the Walmart. But the risk, if you drive in the weather, you can get a slide. That is a risk. So you always, if you know the risk, it is better to put it here. Something happens. Hey, I already in there in my. That's probably it. This is nothing but that people that you work, whoever you list them here. So tomorrow, can you start with give you a project or something like a requirement? Do you have a Microsoft Word in your computer?
Yes, I do have.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn off, pause this screen share. Okay. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Can you write some kind of business requirement document? I think I have your email address, and I'll give you the project, and I'll tell you. I'll send you the assignment in your email, and if you don't have time, forget about it. We're gonna work in the 1 hour session we have tomorrow. If you can, then just do it. It's free practice. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So you're happy for today?
Yeah, I think it's much enough for me now.
Much enough. Okay, great, great. So I just want you to learn something, like this is like they say, time is valuable, right? You're coming here for 1 hour. I'm coming for 1 hour. Two people are investing 2 hours combined. So something has to come out of this 2